Welcome to the next vlog in my Road to Hyrox Bordeaux series. This is a pretty cool video. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to be giving you a bit of a raw and honest update on my preparation so far. We're about halfway through until Hyrox Bordeaux. So yeah, loads to catch up on in terms of how I'm feeling, how I'm performing, how ready I'm feeling. But then also on Sunday, I've got a Hyrox simulation where basically is a practice run of what I'm going to be going through when I actually get to Bordeaux. So it's going to be a really good understanding to gauge where I'm at. But there's a bit of a twist to the simulation because I am out the day before with a mate for the boxing, which means not the best sleep. There will be some beer involved. So it's going to be quite a thing. But yeah, we'll go through kind of my initial raw and honest update. And yeah, just sat here with Mabs, chilling out. Hopefully you enjoy this vlog. So let's get into it. And I think first and foremost, this Hyrox preparation for me has been like reinvigorating. I've spent so much time, building a body that I love, that I feel comfortable in. And I've kind of got to that place where I feel very happy with how I look physically, which I've been working on for so many years. And it's been a big part of my identity with health and fitness. And then kind of earlier this year and back end of last year, I got into running more and I've really, enjoyed the challenge of running, but also the competitiveness, being outside more. Like it's been fantastic. And yeah, then coming into kind of Hyrox, it's really allowed me to marry the two together and enjoy ultimately the best of both worlds. I've really enjoyed the kind of performance side of things, the competitive nature, the challenging aspect of it. It's really hard. It gets me out of my comfort zone, and overall just feeling like I'm getting stronger, I'm getting fitter, and just loving the challenge. It's been so fun. And yeah, it just really opens my eyes up to how incredible health and fitness can be for you in your life, finding your path and, what it gives you physically, mentally and emotionally. And it's not just about that physical change, even though that obviously is important as well. So yeah, been really loving it. I don't know why. I'm actually sweating right now, but probably because I've been out for a run. And yeah, let me go get a towel. Wait there. Okay, that's better. Wait there. Good girl. Oh, that is so much better. I don't even know if you could see, but like, I'm just sweating. Obviously, because I'm talking as well. But yeah, now I've come in from a run, hence why obviously showered and all that, but heart rate's up, sweating. So, what was I even talking about? I have no idea. Mabel, what was I talking about? Mabel, what was I talking about? She's like, no, leave me alone, Dad. So yeah, let's kind of talk about the update. So yeah, love the Hyrox training, feel reinvigorated, and obviously the fact that I'm doing it with a bunch of clients and leading from the front, setting an example and helping them to grow as individuals and get out their comfort zone. Honestly, the process has been so invigorating, but at the same time, it's been really hard. And the last couple of weeks, I've kind of been in my own head a lot. I openly talk about my goal for Hyrox Bordeaux. I don't just want to go there and complete it. Even though yes, I've never done Hyrox singles and I've never really got a time that I can go off. I've done mixed doubles with my sister, but that's a completely different ball game. But I wanted to go in there and be audacious, and I set myself the goal of sub 105. And at the start of this prep, I was like, yeah, I'm going to smash it. Let's go. And then, the last couple of weeks, I've kind of been like, this is going to be really tough. And yeah, it's just a combination of things, busy with life, some niggles and injuries. Sleep's been an issue, like, obviously with two young toddlers, like managing that with, looking after them. They're up in the night, then that affects me getting up in the morning to do a workout, and then I've got no energy. And, and then kind of at the weekends, using it a bit more of escapism, a bit more alcohol, poor sleep. And, just the last couple of weeks have been really tough. And, some days I feel amazing. I have a really good workout and like I'm absolutely smashing it. And then other days I'm like, this is brutal. Like, this is so hard. And I feel like I'm not fit enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm regressing. And I've had all these emotions. And I think it really highlights the importance of, controlling your emotions and showing up and doing the work. I talk about this with all of my clients, not just the clients that are doing Hyrox, but my weight loss clients. The power of controlling your emotions, differentiating emotions and feelings to facts and actual actions that we need to take. So yeah, despite kind of struggling the last couple of weeks mentally, doubting myself a little bit more and, missing workouts, and hamstrings been giving me a bit of bother. So I've kind of missed a lot of the Hyrox exercises that, I need to get better at. So it's been one of them. But despite all of it, I'm still very excited and, you know, just doing the best I can, embracing the chaos of life and finding a way to make it happen, you know. And one thing that I always say and I remind myself of is when I'm feeling doubtful is like outwork your self-doubt. You know, prove to yourself that, okay, you have this self-doubt for reason, but let's prove to yourself that actually that self-doubt is false. That self-doubt isn't, you know, reality. It's just emotions and feelings associated with the struggle that you've been through. But if we can, you know, acknowledge it, but not let it overwhelm us and keep following the plan, not the emotion, get good at adapting and building this into our lives and finding a way to make it happen, you know, we achieve great things. Because a lot of the things that happen to us, they're not our fault, but they are, you know, they are our problem. So we have to take ownership of that, face our reality, and find a way to win. You know, find a way to make it happen. So that's my honest update from Hyrox, but I'm loving it. In a couple of weeks' time, we've got the in-person session with my clients. Going to be epic. Cannot wait to see them, put them through a simulation, and smash it. Now, the second part of this video, which at the minute it is Wednesday, it's about 1:30. Just finished my lunch, and then obviously this is my work block. So here I am filming a YouTube video vlog for you guys. Is on Sunday, I'm doing a Hyrox simulation. Now, this is a practice run basically of the entire Hyrox. So I'll be running for a K, you know, doing a workout station and essentially doing that 8 times. And I'm excited because it'll help me to understand where I'm at. But there's a couple of issues with this Hyrox sim and a couple of things that are playing on my mind as I'm going into it. And I'm going to film it, record as much as I can, you know, but there's 2 things here. The first thing is I'm terrified, completely transparent. Yes, I've done Hyrox once before, but I've never done singles. So I've never had to do everything myself. You know, when I did it with my sister, I'd do 200 meters on the ski erg, she'd do 200. You know, you share the load, but in singles, it's all on me, you know. So I'm pretty nervous. You know, I'm nervous to do things like burpees, wall balls, like 100 wall balls on my own. I'm like, I am terrified. So, you know, there's a bit of fear and the unknown and doubt there, which is normal. So I'm kind of accepting of that, but I am excited to push myself. But then the big issue is that so the simulation is on Sunday. My start time is 12, which they sent me this week. So it's at a gym in Embassy, which is about 5 to 10 minutes from me. I'm in Skipton, so it's like, yeah, just a short trip away at a gym called Unity. So really looking forward to it. It looks like a cool space. The issue is it's Sunday, it's at 12 o'clock. You know, this opportunity came up and I was like, I need to practice run. You know, you can't buy experience. It's going to help for Hyrox Bordeaux. But in the diary, I've had booked in for a long time that I'm off to the boxing. So for those that don't know, absolutely love boxing as a sport. So me and my mate Alex, we're going to Sheffield. So we're having a bit of a day sesh, enjoy the boxing and staying over. So when this Hyrox simulation came up, I was like, this is too much of an opportunity to miss. But the downside is, I mean, I'm going to be in Sheffield from 2. There's going to be beer involved. And then obviously it's going to be a late night with the boxing. And then I've got to get on an early train. And the train gets me in at 11. And then I've only got an hour till I start. So I've got to get a taxi straight from the train station to the venue. Then I'm going to have like probably 15, 20 minutes to get myself ready, warm up, and then I'm straight in. So not only am I nervous for it, it's like I'm terrified because of that. Now, also, I've had a bit of a niggly hamstring. So as I said, my training the last couple of weeks has been a bit funny, you know, lacking the confidence, you know, and the strength in my body a little bit. And then I'm like, well, you know, I've had this booked in for ages. And a big thing that we say in the lean and fulfilled lifestyle is if it's not a fuck yeah, leave it on the table. You know, this is my opportunity to let my hair down with a mate, roll back the years and just have a good time. We're both fathers, we're both busy. And, you know, these moments happen once or twice a year. So yeah, obviously going into the boxing, like I've told my friend, so, you know, I'm still going to have some beers in the day, but I'm going to make sure that I drink loads of water, I drink electrolytes, I eat loads of food, and I'm going to make sure that, yeah, towards the end of the night, yeah, I'll drink a bit in the day, but I'm going to, you know, reduce my alcohol intake and just be disciplined. I'm going to have to be, otherwise, you know, I'm going to get seriously exposed on Sunday. But at the same time, I'm going to have, you know, probably 4 or 5 pints, just manage it as best I can and, you know, just go for it. And yeah, I might be tired, you know, from an optimal standpoint, it's probably not going to be ideal, but I'm going to show up and give it my best shot. So yeah, looking forward to the Hyrox sim. We've got, you know, 3 or 4 days now. So going to get one more session in tomorrow. And then going to have a couple of days off just to rest the hamstring, make sure that I'm feeling good mentally. And then we're going to attack it on Sunday. So yeah, I'll film a little bit the next couple of days, just little, you know, glimpses. I'll show you a bit of the boxing and having a few pints, but then also I'll try and get as much footage as I can of the simulation. So hopefully, well, this vlog depends on my wife, so come on, Anna, please please pull through. But yeah, hopefully she's going to come on Sunday. She can get a bit of footage for me, and then we'll go for it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that update. See you in the next part of this vlog. Get ready for Hyrox Simulation Day. Let's give it all that I can. I'm terrified, I'm nervous, but that's going to drive me. I know when I get there, I'll just have to draw a line under it and do the best I can, and that'll have to be enough. So yeah, I'm going to fight, I'm going to give it my all, and I can't wait to take you along for the ride. Let's go. Okay, here we are. It is Saturday morning. We've got, about an hour until my train, and getting the train to Leeds, meet my mate, and then we're off to Sheffield for the boxing. Obviously, you'll know that I've got my Hyrox sim tomorrow. So yeah, just trying to make sure that I get plenty of food in, keep hydrated, and just be sensible. Like, I want to have a good time with my mate, but at the same time, I've got my sim tomorrow, so I need to get into the athlete's mindset. So what I'm doing to start off with is we've got some paracetamol. We went to a cheese and wine night yesterday, which was a 30th birthday present. Didn't even go crazy, and we went out for a drink after with a couple that we met. But actually, I didn't have a drink, so I was really proud of myself. Like, I really tried to, be disciplined and just not go crazy. But 5 glasses of, wine, white, red, rosé, sweet wine. Like, oh, my head this morning. So yeah, maybe it's just the old age now. I'm 30, but got this down me. Oh, I haven't even been able to do it one time. There we go. Got some electrolytes as well, and I'm just going to get some carbs in. So I'm going to have 2 slices of fruit loaf with good old, where is it? Good old pistachio cream. Love this. Probably have a banana as well. And then I'm also going to have some of this absolute beautiful chocolate milk. So yeah, we're going to have that. That'll just be to get some extra carbs in. I had some eggs this morning. But get a bit more carbs in, line the stomach, hydrated, and then get the train, head over to the boxing, which I'm so excited for. It's going to be epic. And I am going to have I'm going to drink, I'm going to have some beers in the day, but I'm going to have water with every beer. When we arrive, I'm going to make sure that I have, a big meal, carbohydrate dominant, really filling, just line the stomach and just be sensible. And I'll kind of drink slowly throughout the day. And then when we get to the arena for the boxing, probably won't have a drink, maybe just one. We'll see how I'm getting on. But then, we're staying next to the venue. I think it'll finish like 11ish, get to bed probably up at 8. So I still should get 7 or 8 hours sleep. So if I do this right, we should be feeling good. But I'll try and get as much footage as I can. But and with the sim tomorrow, the wife has confirmed she's coming. So with the girls, which would be nice for extra support. And it means she should hopefully be able to film some. So looking forward to taking you through that with me. But let's get it, eat, and then head to the train station. Let's go.
Our next station calling right now.
Yes, mate. Cheers. Cheers. Welcome back to the vlog. It is now Monday, late morning, and I just wanted to jump on here and do a bit of a review from the sim. Obviously, I've shown as many clips as I can, and yeah, I just thought I'd jump on here and kind of summarize how it all went. Essentially, it was just crazy. Like, obviously, I had the boxing, and then, in the morning, I felt okay, to be fair. Like, I stopped drinking from around 5 o'clock, so I did have about 4 or 5 pints, but yeah, I had loads of food, hydrated well, and even in the morning, like, got up, made sure I showered, and got a nice breakfast. So I was feeling really good on the day, but it was just non-stop. It was, getting a train, and then, two trains. As soon as I got back to Skipton, I had to quickly get a taxi home, grab some bits, and then go straight to the place. And then I only had half an hour, and then obviously I had the wife and the girls there, and made sure they were settled and getting them in. So it was all a bit of a madness, hence why I didn't vlog as much as I thought I would. But the actual sim went really well. I was pleasantly surprised with kind of the whole event. It was ran incredibly well. Like, it was really, it was very like the actual Hyrox. They had a really big rock zone as well. So I went into it kind of thinking I'm just going to give it my all, see how we get on. I was in a heat with someone else, and I told myself, like, run your own race. Don't focus on like racing anyone. And this guy just absolutely shot off when we started, and I was like, if he can keep this pace up, this is incredible. And I was just like, just leave him. All is good. Focus on yourself. That's what you're here for. It's a test to see how you're getting on, ahead of Hyrox Bordeaux. Anyway, like, he went out far too fast. He gassed out, so I caught him up, and then, was pretty far ahead of him by the end. I think I was about 7 minutes ahead. So that was quite cool. That gave me a good boost throughout the actual run, but I felt strong. The run itself, so it was kind of on a slight incline. So you run 500 meters out the gym, 500 meters back, slight incline on the way back, and then a bit of a steeper hill into the, back into the gym. So that's why I'm quite happy with kind of how I did. So I managed to do it in 1 hour and 9 minutes. Obviously, my goal is sub 1 hour 5 for Hyrox Bordeaux, but we've still got plenty of time to build towards that. So it's going to be a really big 6 weeks. But yeah, the running was slower than I wanted, but then, it's obviously there was a little bit of an incline, and obviously, like, didn't sleep that well the night before, drank, etc. So putting that in perspective, I know I can definitely run quicker every single kilometre. So that, makes me feel better. I feel like I did better than the time suggests, even though it's still a good time. And yeah, the actual stations felt really good. I think the burpees were just brutal. Like, the run after that just was like 30 seconds slower per K. That was absolutely brutal. So definitely need to work on them. Everything else felt pretty good. The sleds, the ski, the rower. Like, I felt strong. Like, I remember doing Hyrox, in March 24 with my sister, and like, the fatigue in my muscles from doing the stations was so high, but like, I can tell how much fitness and strength and endurance I've built. So yeah, I'm feeling really good. And yeah, in the sim, there was five people that did like a Hyrox singles open sim, and I was the second fastest. I think the guy that beat me, who's like works out at that gym, I think was only a minute and 10 seconds quicker or something. So yeah, just really proud of my efforts, and it just felt good. It was all a bit of a crazy day. The boxing, and then obviously the cheese and wine night on Friday, the boxing, and then on to the Hyrox sim, and it was all just madness. But upon reflecting on it today, super happy with the time I managed, how it all went, and can just build on it now. Excited to build on what was a really good opportunity for me to test myself, see where I'm at, and now just like 6 or 7 weeks till the actual thing. So I'm so pumped. I'm so excited, and ready to go all in, and improve as much as I can. So yeah, going to be hammering the running, keeping up with all the conditioning and strength work. Specifically going to be doing more burpees because they were really hard. But other than that, just proud, happy. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, this YouTube video, a bit of a longer one. Obviously had the raw update at the start, and then some clips of the boxing and everything, and yeah, just letting you into the life of me. Just an average human being giving it his best shot, and seeing, testing himself, seeing what he's capable of. I'm no athlete by any means, but I always give 110% in anything that I do, just to see what I'm capable of. And yeah, it's an incredibly rewarding and liberating journey when, you challenge yourself and see what you're capable of, outside of the societal norms of like what you do for work and what you've got in life, but actually just having something to test yourself against, your discipline, your strength of character, your grit, your determination, your fitness. Like, it's such a fun thing to integrate into your life, health and fitness, that you know, not just longevity and health, but just mentally, you know, that fulfillment every day that, you know, you've got something exciting that you're working on and building towards. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. We are, like I said, about 5 or 6 weeks out. Super excited to do the actual thing, but also, yeah, got this little cool little strap there just to say well done for doing the sim. But yeah, onwards. Look forward to bringing you more content. Thanks for, yeah, enjoying the journey and staying with me. And let's get it.